What's up, everyone? Welcome to my Patreon page. This is Daniel Valencia. Some of you know me from Scale Freaks. Some of you know me from Dumble Models. Those are two of my Instagram pages. I have a YouTube page as well. Some of you guys know me from there. I've been asked a couple of times to explain and kind of like share what techniques, tricks, and other stuff that I use for my scale modeling. So I decided to open a Patreon page. Here we are. Welcome. I'll tell you a little bit about myself, the story behind my pages, my scale modeling, how I started long time ago. I stopped doing it for a very long time and I came back to building in 2016. I started attending shows. I've never heard anything about a show. My first show was in November of 2018, I think, and then ever since I've been visiting more and more shows. So welcome, thank you, and here's a little bit of the story of how I ended up in scale modeling again. Hope you guys enjoy. Thank you. So my background is actually in racing. I always liked cars my whole life. I've liked cars and I never actually really got into it other than my older brother giving me a 62 Catalina. I always tell people about it, but I started working with a race shop. It was a very interesting story. I met these people pretty much on the street and they were like, oh, you like cars, come down to the shop, start working. So little by little, I started welding, getting involved with they were actual race cars, Baja 1000 cars. So it was off-road. My thing was always muscle cars, muscle here, muscle there. It was my real passion. So these guys were working on also restorations. Had a big advantage because the owner of this shop, he owns a foundry in Bell Gardens, and they build, they actually cast parts for, blower drive service, Donovan racing engines, you name it, they make them. So I started getting involved with more and more racing. Other than off-road, we started doing track, drag racing as well. I was learning tons a day, from welding, fabrication, cutting, engine, performance. And because I liked it so much, I used to put in my time. They will close the shop and I will stay late night continuing to work on my cars or customer cars, and I was actually doing it for free. I was so passionate about it. So little by little I decided to start my own brand, my own fabrication name, and I named it Danval Racing. Again, Danval Models, Danval Racing, as in Daniel Valencia. So Danval Racing started, I was fabricating stuff for a lot of different places, different friends, cars, and under my name now. So I started working with another couple of shops, doing work for their race cars, exotics. One shop was in Huntington Beach, and the other shops were around the place. So when I was working on it, I decided to take it a notch further, and I started my clothing brand, Danval Racing Apparel. So it was actually cool because I was working on all these cars, and then the guys will wear my clothing. I had a line of T-shirts, hoodies, hats, you name it, I had it. So everything was going good. It was growing. My name was growing. I was starting to do more and more complex projects. Got involved into bigger race cars, bigger teams. I was working actually on my own race car until bad news. I was diagnosed with cancer in 2015, and that pretty much put a stop to everything. Even though I tried to come back to my fabrication stuff, I was not able to. Supposedly everything was fine. I came to realize that cancer came back again, so I pretty much beat cancer twice, but yeah, that put me out of the game. So because of that, I started into scale modeling again. I couldn't do anything. I was prohibited to go back to anything that had to do with fabrication. So little by little, I started getting into scale modeling. My whole motto with fabrication was passion. My clothing was passion, so I was bringing that passion to scale modeling. From when I originally started when I was a kid to when I came back, everything was changed. All these new techniques and products that you can buy out there. It's insane. So I started catching up. I started building a little bit of everything. That's something that has helped me. I don't only build cars, I build planes, tanks, motorcycles, you name it, I build it. And that has helped me a lot with, interchanging techniques between one kind of genre to the other. So this is my Patreon. This is what this is all about. I would like to be able to share this with you. I have been asked so many times, how do you do this? How do you do that? What about your wiring? It's insane. Is this, is that? So I decided, it's time to give back. It's time to start sharing all of these techniques, tricks, and stuff that I found along the way of my scale modeling, of my comeback. I have won a couple of awards, thankfully, because I like to study what people want and what judges look for at the show. So I will be try to bringing you guys a little bit of everything. So thanks again. This is my Patreon, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Welcome and have a blast. This is seriously not blooper content. It's just I can't fucking speak in front of a camera. How do I do this? Okay, let's do this. Welcome everyone. Fucking stupid. Welcome everyone. Fucking dumb shit. Ah. This is Daniel Valencia. I am